Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while, but I am excited to talk to you guys a little bit about this video. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be getting ready for a birthday party, so I would love to show you how I achieved this look. It's super neutral look, very earthy tones, nothing too crazy. If you guys would like to see how I achieved this look, go ahead and just keep watching. So the first thing I like to do is use my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. And I'm just going to go ahead and spray this on my entire face. And neck area. And this is just to moisturize my face. The next thing, I just moisture my lips. So for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Lancome Tanto Idol Ultra Wear foundation, and this is a liquid foundation, and I am in the shade 425 BISW, and I think this is just short for Bisque Warm. I'm just gonna pump a little bit of product onto my finger. After I've moisturized my face, I typically like to go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Just a little bit of that product. This is one of the minis that I bought that I think it was like a special going on at Ulta. It was like buy 3 get 1 free, and that was one of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and distribute this all throughout my big large ass pores. After that's nice and dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place the foundation. I usually dot it all throughout my face, a little bit more, and all around my neck. This looks like a different shade in the light. It looks orangey. And then with my beauty blender, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend all of this out. I like to blend out all the way out to my ears. And that's just personal preference. You don't have to do that. I do that because I don't want to look like I'm 2 colors. Once I feel like all of my foundation is blended out, my next step in my makeup application is going to be concealer, and I'm going to use a Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm in the shade medium. I usually just put a couple of dabs. Cover up these dark circles that I have. And then with my beauty blender, just blend it all out. I'm gonna use my finger to again spread the product. I love this concealer because it dries matte. It hides any imperfection that you have in your face that you want to, like anything that you'd like to cover, it usually does the job. And also you could use this to highlight as well, and that's what I do. The next thing I do, so I just prep my eyebrows. So I just started by brushing them, and if I need to pluck any, I will pluck, which right now I think we're okay. Then I grab my AVH Brow Powder Duo in the shade Ash Brown. And then I grab a Morphe brush, and this is a 1/60 1/4. I would rather use powder just because it's a little more natural looking. It's the Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown. It's the same shade. It's just this is in the Dip Brow Pomade, and I'd rather use brow powder rather than the pomade. Just because the powder always, I always feel like it gives me a more natural look. I just fill in whatever sparse areas there are. I literally just jump from eyebrow to eyebrow. I don't do just one and then I finish it and then I'll do the other. Usually jump. Once I feel like I've filled those in, then I just brush them. So Once my eyebrows are all done, then my next step would be eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow that I'll be using today is the Persona Identity Palette. This one right here. This is one of my favorite ones at the moment. So the first shade that I'm gonna go with is I'm gonna go with the shade Charming, and I'm just gonna grab one of my blending brushes, tap out the excess. It's 441 by Morphe. And I'm gonna start blending that out into my crease and use this as a transition shade. Grab a little bit more. Sorry guys, I like to open my mouth while I'm doing my makeup. I don't know why, but I do. It makes me like focus. It helps me to focus, I guess. I don't know, I like to make faces too. Once I feel like that's completely just blended out like I want it to be, then I jump into my next color. And I feel like the next color that I want to go with is like more of an orangey shade. And I'm going to go with Audacious in this, oops, can't even see. I'm going to go with Audacious, and it's going to be this shade right here in the very corner. I'm going to grab a very small amount, tap out the excess. Just sort of put that little guy right here in my crease. Grab a little more, do the other eye. I really am into earthy tones, big time. I'm not a crazy pink and purple and blue color person. I'm into secondary, tertiary colors. I'm not into like the crazy wacky colors like the purples and the blues and the high tone pinks, like the hot pinks. I'm not really into those like as far as my makeup goes. When it comes to my makeup, I'm really into earthy tones. You know, like very earthy tones like browns and soft rose pinks, and just this palette right here. These are like all earthy tones that I love to use. Just because I feel like these ones are really great for any skin color, any skin type, whether you're fair, whether you're dark skin, whether you're darker skin, morena like I am. I feel like it suits anybody. Alright, so one thing real quick I wanted to let you guys know is that I really love this foundation that I just used because it is a matte finish. Now, as you saw that I had to put a couple of applications in order for me to get full coverage, because this foundation is not full coverage. It's like, I would say a light to medium coverage, and if you want that full coverage effect, then I'd say that you would have to put probably 2 to 3 applications. And I only did 1 full application, and then I did a second application, like especially on my troubled areas, like right here where there are larger pores. So just wanted to let you guys know that I am a fan of matte finish products, whether if it's a lipstick, a foundation, even my Hoola Benefit. This is like my favorite, you guys. This is like my go-to bronzer. I love it because, again, it is a matte finish, and I love matte finish anything. So moving on to the next thing, we had left off with eyeshadow. The next one that I'd like to use is going to be Maverick. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Maverick, and this is Maverick right up here. This little brown one right here, I'm gonna go with that one right there. And I'm gonna just go ahead and hit my outer corner with that one. And the brush that I'm using is also by Morphe 433. This is also a blending brush, but this is more of a precise. It's like if you want to go ahead and get into the crease, that's what it's for. But I usually use it for the outer part of the eye. So like right around this area, right here. The outer part of my eyeball. And just remember, you guys, that it all depends on how you hold the brush. So if you put very much pressure, if you want it to look harsher, bold, more in-depth, you want to go ahead and hold it right here, right? But if you don't, and you want it to look more like flawless and just less, you want to feel like it's just a soft look, you want to go ahead and hold it a little bit farther out. And then I go in with my Sigma blending brush. This is the tapered blending, the E40, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, on the other eye. On my other eye. There goes those funny faces again. I need the other side of the mirror. I'm blind. My E40 blending brush. Once I've blended everything out to my liking, I'm going to use the next color in the eyeshadow palette, and that's going to be, I'm gonna go with Seductive, and that's the one in the very corner up here. I'm gonna go with that one, and that one I am going to apply with my finger because I feel like your finger always does the trick. And it's always good to have tissue, and I don't have one with me right now, but that is okay. Now that you guys saw that I've placed this really beautiful shade over here on the inner corner of my eyes, I just blended everything out. Now for this look, I'm not going to do any eyeliner on the top of my lid. I'm not really a fan of eyeliner on the top, and I should be, but I don't. The last shade that I'm going to use is Sassy, and it's this color right up here. It's like a white highlighting shade. And finally, I'm going to use the same brush that we used earlier from Sigma, the tapered blending brush. And I'm going to use a little bit of this brown Maverick, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit underneath my, on my lower lips right here. Now I'm going to use it right here, not at the end, because I do want a harsher look down here on this part of my eye. So I'm going to go ahead and hold it on this end right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so you may have or may not have noticed, I did not set my makeup with any kind of powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit it one more time with my Beauty Blender. I'm going to set it now. And I'm going to use my Banana Powder by Ofra Cosmetics in this tiny little pan. And the next brush that I'll use is also by Morphe. And what a surprise! The 554. And I'm just going to dab it on here, make sure it's nicely covered. Go at it again. And this literally smells like bananas, you guys. And the bronzer that I like to use, as I told you guys before, is the one by Hoola Benefit. Now, I'm not done with the eyes yet. I'm gonna go back to the eyes here in a minute. And the brush that I'll be using for the contouring part is the Expert Face Brush by Real Techniques. And it looks like this. See? Now, I don't want a harsh look, so I am gonna hold my brush at the end, like right here. Going to bring that upward towards the temples. My forehead, just tapping it like a tapping motion, not so much like a rubbing motion, because if you do this, it's just gonna make your makeup look harsh. My forehead, and I do like to do my nose just a little bit. And also down here, don't forget, you guys, by your jawline. Give you that shadow. Once I'm done with my bronzer, then I go with my blush. And my go-to blush, you guys, honestly, is by MAC. It looks like this. Plum Foolery by MAC. And that's the blush that I'll use. The brush is just one by Bare Minerals. It's the Flawless Face. The other side. once I'm done with my face, then I just go back to the eyes and I'm gonna just curl my eyelashes. Oh my gosh. Don't you guys just hate it when you get like an eyelash in your eyeballs? Damn. I just had one in my eye and it really burned. I just go ahead and put on some mascara. The mascara I use is by L'Oreal and it's in the shade Black is Black. Just for my lower lashes, you guys, then I'm going to go ahead and use the L'Oreal Voluminous Original, and I need a new one. Huh. But I do like to add a little bit more depth, and I'm going to use this eyeliner by L'Oreal. It's a 16-hour infallible never fail eyeliner, and it's in the shade Black. You're not supposed to pull this eye down because the more you do that, the more wrinkles you'll get in this area, and I do that and I shouldn't do that, but I do. So for the lips, you guys, the lips I'm going to do, oh yes. So for the lips, I'm going to use this little sample that I got. It's by Tarte. It's called Tarte's Glossy Lip Paint, and this is in the shade Goals. So yeah guys, this is my finished look. As you saw, my hair is super short, so I have to do something about that, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and curl it. But I will not be doing that on camera. Hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget to click on that little bell so whenever there is a new video, you get a notification on there. If you guys like this video, again, give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget that I love you guys to the moon and back. See you guys on my next video. Bye!